Benny Digital, Rigged AI. Little bit of a difficult session today. I think mostly because bias is that we're just going to keep going up because that's what happens like every other day. Didn't happen today. They moved us up in pre-market and then nuked us. That's markets, man. That's Wall Street. We tagged the down move pretty cleanly. The only problem is when you have this bias in your head, and look, we're guilty of that too. We made money on AMD puts and bought calls way too early and held them way too long. We waited until the end of the session, said this is going to be when it's good to trade. Wait until the end. And if you did that, you were able to get 100% in like 20 minutes with no drawdown on the way to 100%. Just trading the last 30 minutes. Like, look at it right here. Crazy. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it wasn't that easy at the end of the day. It couldn't have been that easy, but it was. Look at this bull bomb. 12 minutes before the close. Strategy guide. If it's going to bounce, this is the place. It runs straight up 113%. This is the QQQ. It's a little bit cut off because you got to see my beautiful face. Look at this. PS minus 6.18. Trade it. It's in the final session. Obviously, last 30 minutes. Final, 9C. Same, but different. Caution if PS is only minus 3. What is PS? Minus 6.18. We want PS minus 4 and lower. You get 112% in 19 minutes. That is it. End of the session on Fridays, especially, which we'll get into next, when the price action is just ping pong, bing bong, going sideways for hours and hours on end. All right, QQQ. Open here. What is this? Oh my gosh, why is this so high? 439.65. We move up. You get a little bit of mixed flow, right? It's really 3 to 3. This hits right here. Volume, decently high. You have to keep in mind, it's like we haven't moved here. Because we haven't moved up to 441, there's no bias any direction. And then here, as soon as we start to go lower, volume still over 100%. We can expect to get 1, 2, 3 strikes. 1, 2, 3. 3 strikes. Personally, we said next week we're just trading puts so we get better at trading them because that's where the money was at today. And you have 2 options there. If it's not ripping, you can stay out or you can try puts, maybe go smaller size. But look at this thing. Nuke, nuke, bang. This one, not a bad trade right here. And I'll go back and we'll look at it. 1054. Let's scroll down and find this bad boy. 1054, 1054, 1054. Right here. Caution. This is like lower average at this point. 96.14%. This is getting close to it. You can trade this alert, but you may want to look for a better entry. Can attempt on a bounce, but small size, And you want to try and buy the strike price slightly out of the money. And look at this thing. When does it fire? 438.20 for the 438 put. That is it, right? Slightly out of the money right here. 1054, look at this thing. Let's scroll back up. We did this little bounce above 438. Do you see any bulls come in? No. Not a bad trade. Personally, not very good at it. Can't really pull it off very well. Get very scared. But that's a good trade. Look what happens next. Do I have to say it? Do I have to say it? I'll say it. 1, 439, 438, 437, 3 strikes down. And then the bulls come in. You have to know 3 strikes down. If it's going to bounce, good spot. And let's see. You're getting 66.67%. Not great. But did you win the trade? Absolutely. Why? Because you're 3 strikes down. Not bad. Looking at this here, we expected the end of the day ramp. That's 1300. Wall Street's coming in saying, oh, we're going to fly this thing up. But it did not happen. You take this trade every single time you see it. Every single time. Like, it's okay to lose the trade. Do not get upset about losing it, because the times that you win this are going to be 200% plus if you're able to hold. The only piece of caution you would want to have here, volume dropping, right? Price has already moved up from the low. We're looking here, PS minus 0.58, okay? And then, earlier, right? We're way lower. Way lower, minus 5. That's what PS tells you, okay? You are low. Boom. What happens? We move down. Okay, this bear makes a little bit of money. It's off the screen. It actually goes 100%. Why? Because it's in the last hour or two of the session, and you get $1.50 move. But coming back, final alert, 1533. Trade it if it's in the final session. Caution if PS is only minus 3, because it's possible we go lower. But what is PS? Minus 6.18. It fits. PS minus 4 and lower. And even if you traded it and did not do anything, you made 24% in 27 minutes. I mean, that's pretty cool. Positive trade. End of the session. Wow, baby. SPY was a total SHIT sandwich today. But you had a lot of the very similar action as QQQ. What happens? 509 to 510, ping pong, bing bong. You're getting more bears than bulls. And it goes down. What happens here? Bull swing. We don't get a full 3, right? We don't get a full 3. And this gets the same thing as what you got on QQQ, 64%. You want to take this, but, right, you're hesitant because it's going against the price action. Volume, 117%. We could go lower. So if you're taking this trade, you're in and out, right? In and out. And then the middle, I mean, look at this thing. Look how controlled this is. 508, 509, just bouncing in between. When you see this happening, you have to know, do not take a trade. Look how mixed it is. Just don't do it, right? There's no Discord alerts for home runs, which are 100% trades. Just stay out. Stay out of the middle. It's nasty. It's ugly. There's nothing happening. And I mean, it was like that the rest of the session. Look at that. And you didn't get that end of day kind of ramp. And there were no alerts. Don't go freelancing. Just copy trade Wall Street. But at the same time, look at this. 508, 509. If it's just bouncing in between, don't even. You are better off going above 509 and buying a call because we're going to rip higher, or it breaks below 508 and we're going to go lower. If it's just sitting in between, do not trade. Stay out of the market unless you want to incinerate some money and buy Ken Griffith another mansion or two in Palm Beach or wherever the hell he lives. Oh, AMD. We love you. We don't love you. We love you. We don't love you. We do not love you anymore. Let's look at this open. Always nukes the open. Here, hit the swing. Okay? No gain. The thing to know, right? If you hit this, we're only 1 strike down. could go 2, could go 3. You want to be in and out, and it's not getting supported. I mean, look at the red. It's not getting supported by any greens, okay? Next thing, we get a little bit lower. I mean, this goes for 190% for the 177.50. What happens? Volume going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Boom. I mean, you're over 100% right here. And we just keep the bias. If we see 100% volume, we can go 3 strikes. 3 strikes, even on AMD. And that's exactly what happened here. Look at this. 180 is 1, 177.50 is 2, 175 is 3. And then you get a swing. This swing goes for 100%. Is it a great trade? I mean, 100% is good, but is it amazing? No. Like, it's not something that we really get all tingly and warm inside about. You know, trading it in the final session, caution to PS is only -3. PS is a little bit wonky for the stock flow. We're going to have to fix that, but you're getting it 3 down. And I mean, it's ending positive on the day, 40%. You put your whole portfolio into that, you're getting 40%. I mean, it was 100, but 40% is still pretty good. And then the end of the day, it's just like, if nothing's happening, I mean, look at this. Controlled, stay out. Stay out. Don't freelance in here. I mean, you could have made some money, but it's like, that's stressful. That's difficult. We don't like that. I'll touch on Super Microcomputer really quickly. I mean, I don't even know how many strikes down this is because this is just crazy. 2 weeks in a row where you're at 1,000 in the pre-market and then we just go to Goblin Town. But here, I mean, you're only getting 119% because IV is so juiced. I mean, what to even say about it, man? What to even say? I don't know. Trading this thing is crazy. Maybe a little bit too risky even for us. But at some point, when this thing comes in, I mean, pretend this whole other part of the chart is gone. You are low. You are low, low, low. You are Lil Jon in this scenario. I mean, come on. Take the trade. Worth it. Boom. 100%. Maybe not so difficult because you do get like, 5 strikes, which is probably like 20% in SMCI. But not terrible. Not terrible. Recapping everything. AMD, 3 strikes down, get a little bit. But really, end of the day, if you only like to play upside, which is like preferred and easier and easiest, I mean, that's it. Fits all the criteria, 100% in 19 minutes. Like, log out, take a nap, go outside, lift some weights, pump some iron, come back in the final hour because that is where the opportunities lie. These other trades, a little bit more difficult. See you guys on Monday.